Hey guys, and welcome. In this tutorial, I'm going to be breaking down how to go from warrior pose to Chaturanga, both in the old school way and in the new school way. So let's go. So in the old school way, when I was first learning, it used to look something like this. But then years later, we saw that it could also be done like this. Which are two totally different techniques. One is a straight arm technique, the other is a bent arm technique. I'm going to break it down so you can try both ways. First of all, for the first version, the old school version, I want you to grab some socks. Okay, so you've got your socks and a slidey floor. So you've come from Virabhadrasana. Take your hands to the floor and you're going to lift that back leg up as if you're going to kick up, but not. You're going to keep this bottom foot on the floor for now and just slide back to Chaturanga. Okay, let's look at that again. So you've come from warrior, hands to the floor, as if you're going to kick up, but not. Slide, lean forward, go to Chaturanga. You could do it both legs, okay? In Ashtanga, usually it's only done on one side, but you could definitely do it on both sides. So you kick up, keep that foot on the floor, slide it back. When you arrive in Chaturanga, that foot joins. So that foot comes to the floor as you arrive in Chaturanga. Okay, now we're going to add in a little hop. So we take the foot, hands to the floor, we're going to hop and slide. As you reach Chaturanga, the foot touches the floor. Okay, try the other side. So we do a little kick and a hop, slide. And then we add in more of a hop and more of a float. So we come to the floor, this leg kicks up, little hop, float to Chaturanga. Try the other side. So we kick up, hop, float, and you come to Chaturanga. So even this alone is a great technique. So if we take it to the mat and take off the socks, so we come back to the mat, we come forward, we're going to kick up, little float, hop, and land in Chaturanga. Let's try the other side. This time I want you to think about landing softly, quietly, like a cat. So you kick up, float, and land softly. And then the next progression from there is, if you have it in you, if you know how to do a handstand, you kick all the way up to the handstand. So that would look like this, hands to the floor, kick up one leg. The next progression from here, if you have it in you, and if you know how to do a handstand, is to kick up to the handstand. So hands come to the floor, you kick up, handstand, and then lower down with control, softly to Chaturanga. Let's try the other side. So imagine you've come from warrior, hands to the floor, kick up, handstand, and lower down to your slow and graceful Chaturanga. And now let's look at the new school variation, variation 2. Okay, so you've just come from Chaturanga. This time, instead of kicking up with this leg, you're actually going to lift the front leg off the floor. And to start with, you're just going to bend the back leg and do a little hop and land in Chaturanga. Let's try the other side. So Virabhadrasana, hands to the floor. Instead of kicking up with the back leg, you're going to leave that foot on the floor. You're actually going to lift the front foot off the floor, bend the back leg. You're going to do a little hop and a jump. And that's probably enough for a lot of people. You can just try to refine that, make it more of a hop, a float with a soft landing. So I'll show you what that looks like. You come forward, bend that knee, and you're going to do a hop, float, and land softly. Let's try the other side. So bend that front leg, get ready, spring, little hop, float, and then land. For those of you who have the strength, you're going to start to bring more of a press movement into it. So you come from your Virabhadrasana, hands to the floor, lift that back heel off the floor. Take your time to set it up, lift that front leg off, and you're going to really hug it into your chest. You're going to lean forward, wrap the elbows in, pull the shoulders to the hips, and see if you can lift up. And try to bring one leg up as if you're pointing it towards the corners of the ceiling. If you can, you try to bring the other leg to join before you go down. I'll show you what I mean. So you lift that front leg up, lean forward, lift up, try to join both feet, and then go down to Chaturanga. To make it really solid, really strong, think about adding in a hollow body shape. So shoulder blades down, protract, really engage your ribs, even a little posterior pelvic tilt. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. So you come forward, lift that foot, hug it in, hollow body, and then feet, and then lower down. If you want to get really fancy, you can go from that position and press all the way up to a handstand like this. So hug it in, hollow, up, feet, press up, and lower down. Okay, but obviously this takes a lot more strength and you need to know how to do a handstand push-up. You can also use a little bit of momentum if you're getting to that stage where you're getting close to holding the position but not quite there yet. So what I mean is, as you go down, you're going to, in one fluid movement, lift that foot, lean forward, and use that momentum to get the illusion of a press, like this. Okay, let's look at that again. So I'm going to do it all in one movement. So I'm using a little momentum, and that gives the illusion of pressing. Okay, like this. So as always, choose the variation that's right for you. Maybe mix it up between the old school and the new school. I hope you found this tutorial useful. If you liked it, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends, or leave me a comment below. Whew.